Ladies and gentlemen, we are so back. After over a year of silence and nearly 6 months from release, it seems that we are finally about to enter the GTA 6 marketing period. A lot of news and accidental leaks has happened over the last week that I will talk about in this video. Sony accidentally leaking the game's rating, Strauss Zelnick doing a bunch of interviews, suspicious GTA Online giveaways, and of course, the big news from this morning that GTA 6 pre-orders have officially been leaked. So let's dive into all of the news that has happened this week and why everyone is hyped for Trailer 3 coming very soon. But first, before we get into all of that, do you guys see how sick my background looks now? Okay, that is only possible thanks to my friends over at Displate. I have genuinely loved Displate for years now. I mean, you guys have probably seen them already hung up in the background of my videos. Displates are premium metal posters with over 200 plus officially licensed brands to choose from, as well as over 40,000 individual artists, so you are guaranteed to find a design that you love. While most posters need either tape or nails to set up, which my landlord would be cheesed at, setting up your Displate is super easy and doesn't require any tools. Just peel back the protective leaf, attach the magnet to it, and your wall instantly gets upgraded. And what's even better about this easy to install method is it means that you're able to take it off and replace it with another design anytime you want. So if you guys were looking to upgrade your room with some super premium posters, as well as help out the channel, then you can click the link in the description or use code JETRO at checkout for up to 36% off on your order. Thank you once again to Displate for sponsoring this video. And now, let's get into all of the GTA 6 news. By far, the biggest news dropped earlier today when it was leaked that Best Buy has sent out affiliate emails announcing GTA 6 pre-orders will be coming on May 18th. Originally, it was unclear whether these emails were legitimate or not. Obviously, whenever stuff like this happens, the GTA community is very skeptical. However, then the emails started popping up from tons of different people, all with verifiable proof. This led to one of the most well-known insiders in our community, Tom Henderson, to independently verify that the pre-order email was in fact real. As a little bit of a backstory for those who don't know, Tom Henderson was one of the first people to ever leak verifiable info about GTA 6 all the way back in 2021. While not everything he has detailed about the game is stuff we can verify, we did have a lot of details confirmed from him when we got the big 2022 development footage leak a year later, so it's fair to say that his sources are legit. So when he said that the pre-order leaks are real, that was enough to make most people change their opinion regarding this. Not only that, but even our homie TGG said that he has also received the exact same email, giving it even more credibility. The email states that the campaign window runs from May 18th to the 21st, which also lines up directly with the Take-Two earnings call that will be taking place next week. The call will take place on the 21st, and Rockstar has a history of releasing news right before them. Trailer 2 was released just a week before the earnings call in last May, so this gives us more than enough reason to think that Trailer 3 is in fact coming very soon. Now, it should be noted that although the email is legitimate, the link in the email does not lead to any real page, which could mean one of two things. One is that the link on the email has not gone live yet, which means that we would need to check back on the 18th to know if this is real. And two is that Best Buy jumped the gun and released this email early. We know that the email itself is real, but we have no idea if the contents are correct until the 18th, so we will have to wait and see. Another huge piece of news that happened earlier this week is that Rockstar has finally done it. GTA 6 is officially content complete. This news comes after Sony accidentally leaked the rating for GTA 6 in an email they sent out to players. Now, when a game gets its rating submitted and confirmed, it means that beyond that point, Rockstar isn't allowed to make any major changes to the gameplay or story of the game. Otherwise, they would need to get the game re-rated, which means that, as we know, GTA 6 is finally complete. This came in an email calling on players to upgrade to a PS5 for the launch of GTA 6, which also means that this could be seen as the first real marketing push for the game since Trailer 2. This isn't too surprising, honestly, since we know that Rockstar and Sony have been partners for almost 20 years now, so it would make sense that they would have first dibs at any news related to the game, especially since they have to try and sell as many copies as they can before the game comes out, so it's understandable why they would want to get a head start on the marketing period. And on top of all this, Sony also removed GTA 6 from their just announced page this week as well, which got people thinking that another announcement would be coming, which by itself wouldn't mean much, but coupled with everything else I've just said, at least makes it plausible. Putting Sony aside, however, another major reason the hopium has reached peak levels is because we are just a week or so away from yet another Take-Two earnings call. The last earnings call in February is when Strauss Zelnick told us that the marketing for GTA 6 would begin in the summer of this year, and that was 3 months ago now, so at this point, the timelines do at least add up. But speaking of Strauss Zelnick really quickly, this guy has been suspiciously active when it comes to talking about GTA 6 recently. Within the last month, he has spoken to interviewers about the game 3 times, which I'm not saying means anything definitively, but this is certainly out of the norm. He's spoken to Bloomberg, Variety, and this guy even told GameFile that he has seen GTA 6 gameplay already. But the most notable quote was from a few weeks ago with his interview with Variety, where the interviewer straight up asked him when the marketing cycle would begin for GTA 6, and this dude, cold as hell, just dropped one singular word: soon. So, you know what? Part of me doesn't even blame people for being hyped right now. But as if the hype couldn't get any larger than it already was, already more than enough reason for players to ditch the doom and gloom they've had for nearly a year since Trailer 2, GTA Online went and dropped something that, if they don't give us Trailer 3, will look like the biggest FU to the community since shark card prices. In GTA Online this week, Rockstar decided to give away a free color scheme for vehicles that is very reminiscent of GTA 6's color aesthetic. Now, if you had to take a guess when the last time Rockstar decided to give this exact paint job away, when would you think that was? Yeah, you guessed it, right before Trailer 2 was released. Now, a lot of people thought that because of this giveaway, we would be seeing some new info on the 12th. Well, the 12th was a pretty dark day for the GTA community.
Ve por la paellera, venga, que las 2 de la tarde ya están aquí. Miren, bañador, pues las chanclas, todo despeinado porque no me dio tiempo nada ponerme las chanclas y el bañador. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea.
Now, one thing I want to say towards the end of this video is just the extent that this silence has made us all crazy and how we are in desperate need of new info. Because something happened earlier this week that just showed how crazy the GTA community can get. And that is, of course, with Game Informer. Game Informer is a gaming magazine that has a lot of history with Rockstar Games, and especially their releases. Back in 2013, Game Informer was the first publication to ever see gameplay of GTA 5 before launch, which they detailed meticulously in their magazine shortly after. Unfortunately, they had to go out of business years ago for various reasons, but with the release of GTA 6 announced, it was funny to all of a sudden see Game Informer make a return in March of last year. People thought that there may be a chance of Game Informer getting another sneak peek at Rockstar's new game given their history, but so far we haven't seen that happen. So with all of this talk about Trailer 3 recently, it was suspicious to see an email from them this week to their readers with a very cryptic message. The email read, "On the magazine side of things, we've basically shipped our next issue, and we're excited to reveal that redacted will be gracing its cover next week. But don't tell my bosses I told you. This email sent the GTA community into a frenzy. People were coming up with theories for this left, right, and center, saying it could be GTA 6 because of the 4 redacteds, GTA 6, not to mention it'll be released right around when we are expecting a trailer. So when they went live to reveal what this new cover would be, and fans saw the blood of Dawn Walker instead of GTA 6, the biggest hate campaign in the company's history was launched against them. The comment section on their Twitter post is one of the most unhinged levels of hate that I have ever seen. Now, let me be honest for a second. Did Game Informer know what they were doing when they sent that email? Absolutely no doubt about it. But it is way more on the GTA fans for thinking that this would even happen. Think about it for 1 second. Why would Rockstar, a company that can pull in 100 million views on a YouTube video when they drop a GTA 6 trailer, give a company that has just recently come back and does not have nearly as much pull as they did back in the day, the chance to do that after over a year of silence? And I promise you that this isn't like a hindsight thing. I even said before the live stream in chats on Discord that there was no way that Game Informer would get a GTA reveal. There's just no logical way when you think about it. However, it seems that I was one of the only ones who thought like this because the live stream was a very tough watch.
3, 2, 1. Here we go. Cover reveal. Brian, tell us about the blood of Dawn Walker. Tell us about it.
Whoa!
Oh, Brian, you're not on, you're not on camera yet. Hold on. He's holding up the issue. There it is. There you go. Hold it up again.
So with the Best Buy pre-orders, the rating being leaked, the suspicious interviews, and the GTA Online giveaway, it seems very likely that Trailer 3, or at least news, will happen very soon. And even though you guys know I don't really like speculating, I would say that there's a good chance that it comes within the next week. We are less than a month away from the start of summer and the time when Strauss Zelnick told us that we could be expecting more news. So the timeline does add up. So, over the next few days, be sure to be on the lookout for anything new. I hope you all enjoyed, stay safe out there, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace!